Hi, morning everybody. Joanna here again. So today I'm going to make this batwing dress, but I'm going to make it in non-stretch fabric. So I have like 2 yards of this rayon material. We call this one Moon Glow because there's this glow on it. It looks sort of like a satin, but it's really not. Okay, it's rayon. So what I'm going to do is going to be really quick and easy. The only tricky part, we're going to put a zipper in it. So I'm just going to, it's 2 yards as I said. So what I'm going to do, this is your natural seam. It's 60 inches wide. You're just going to fold the natural seams together. This is the natural seam with your raw edge, what you get from the machine when they were printing the fabric or making the fabric. You're just going to make one simple cut. I'm accustomed doing this. If you're not accustomed doing it like what you saw I did, you could simply take your time and cut it. It's all going to be okay. I'm just accustomed to doing that. Okay? So you take one piece, you fold it over again. Make sure both edges are the same. And you're going to cut it open again. Now the reason why you're cutting this open again is because you need to put your zipper in the back. So I have this here for my zipper. My zipper is 16 inches. So what I'm going to do, okay, 16 inches. I'm going to look where 16 inches is. And I'm going to put a mark by about 14 inches. Okay. So get right, so you'll get that 2 inch there. Because everything is going to come out. Okay. Everything is going to fall back into place. So after I do that, I have my non-stretch dress here. It fits me really nice. I'm just going to cut the back. This is for the back of my neck. This is the back. So I'm just going to lay this here. You don't have to put it as low. You could put it higher up if you want. Okay, so this is the back. So I'll be, give me a few minutes and I'll be back. Show you how I put in my zip and then we'll continue to shape this up. It's going to be really quick from there. Okay, so remember we put a mark, a pin right here. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to move this at all. I'm not going to move my pin. I'm just going to turn it on the wrong side with my pin still intact. And I'm going to stitch from here straight along right where the pin mark is. We're going to stitch from here straight along this line. This is going to give me a back seam. It's going to be really nice. Now I have my pins here getting ready to pin the outline of my dress after I put in the zipper. Because you have to pin the outline. On the right side, if you notice, it's about almost an inch of seam. And this inch is going to go a long way. And we have to put in the zipper. So okay, that is done. You could run a zigzag stitch along the edge of this to get it neat. So where I had my pin, I just simply pop this out, and there I will get this opening here. Made a tiny stitch on it. These things happen. Okay, you're gonna get this opening here. Okay, so this is this. For me, what I do, I go to the top here, I pinch this here, pinch it bare to the edge as I could, and I'm gonna run a stitch right here. Just make sure, if you want, you could pin this down onto your zipper. Always safer if you pin. As I told you, the 14 inches. Just gonna give you a little leeway with your zipper. You could do it all the way down, but I wanted it at 14. But I always prefer to buy a zipper a little too big and one a little too small. As I said, you don't have to do it like me. You could pin this down so that it's not going to move. But in the interest of time. Okay. When you get to that part there, when you reach almost at the end of where that seam is, you kind of raise your fabric up to get a feel of where the edge of your zipper is, and you stop right there. Okay, that's one part of your zipper. Trick to this is to get the other part on, which I work the opposite direction. I'm not a pro, I'm self-taught. So you professionals out there, please don't be too hard on me. Okay, so if you see, this little seam here is going to cover the face of the zipper. So in order to keep it in now, I now put a pin to where I really want this to stay. Okay. I take my time and I follow this seam here as well, and I put a pin as to where I know it's going to cover the zipper. So I'm going to put another pin, put something bright that you could see. Okay, so I know that when I pull this down, I'm gonna go all the way. Sometimes what happens is when we start sewing, sometimes you notice it starts pulling on you. So you really need to get this pin in the right place. Okay, good. So you open this, just remember this is the back of your dress. You open it again. Okay. What you're doing, you press a foot on top of the face of your zipper. So your needle is actually going to lie just barely at the edge of the zipper while it's stitching. And you just take your time. It's never going to, if you're going too quickly and you can't get a guide, you could put like a line with some tailor stroke. I'm supposed to have a piece here. You could take some tailor stroke and you could just mark along the edge of where you feel the face of the zipper is, and you'll never go wrong. Okay. But as for me, I'm accustomed doing it, so I'll just show you a little trick to getting it. Okay, so let me get this finished and I'll be back because I'm picking up time and I really don't want my tutorial to be too long. Okay, so we did the back. My zipper is in. You could just run like zigzag stitches to make sure your seam look all neat. Okay, so your zipper's in. It's zipping really nice. I did a simple roll hem here. Could have done it after, but I did it already. And we're going to do the front. Now the front is very easy. So I look to the front of my dress. And I just make sure your fabric is even. So that's one panel. This is the front panel. And you simply just cut the outline. Make a snip here and I'll make another snip here. Okay, so I'm going. Okay. So put a circle one. So this is where we get the smooth sailing from now. So what you could do, could make your seam here, so you turn it on the wrong side, right sides together, and up on the wrong side, and make your seams there as they lay on the top of your shoulder, right? But I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna pin this up. Make sure everything is nice and equal. Make sure you get your zipper in the center of this neck here. Very good. Getting ready to pin, but usually I edit out all this. Some of you guys said you would have liked to see me not edit so much. Okay, so here I go. Okay. So I take my dress. Make sure it's fitting you really nice. Don't take a non-flattering dress to do this, because you're going to be disappointed in the shaping you get. Okay, so there's no cutting from this point onwards. Okay, so this is where you place your zipper on the zipper of the back, so you know it's center. And you could start either make a trace or you use pins. So I'm going to pin at the waist so I know where my waist is at. Use a different color, something bright if you could see. So you don't need to use a whole lot of pins. Okay, and I'll keep pinning and I'll be back when I'm finished pinning. Okay, I'm back. So you saw I made my line of pins on both sides. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your chalk and you're going to trace this outline of pins. come like connect the dots. Okay, it's because it's a stretch. We're not going to go all the way down, but you could go as far down as you're comfortable with. Probably go down a few inches. Okay. And because it's a loose fitting sleeve, you don't want your sleeve all the way up in your normal armhole. So I'll probably bring my sleeve right here. So we'll start stitching actually from here and not there. Okay, just about an inch above here. So we're gonna start. So you're stitching on this right side here. Okay, so I'm gonna go to the machine. I'm gonna fold this over, put a stitch on this, get your shoulder seam, and then I'm gonna stitch this. Your raw edge, you could make a roll hem by rolling it in on itself, and then you do a nice ironing, or you could do a zigzag stitch and do a nice zigzag stitch along here. It's gonna like a serge, and your dress is almost done. Okay everyone, so this is how my dress turned out. Really fabulous. I just put a head wrap on. I'm feeling like an African princess. I wasn't too well this weekend, so that's why my voice is sounding so hoarse. But I hope you enjoyed the tutorial, and stay happy, stay healthy, and sew up.